December is a time when I reflect on what I've been through and what God has done for me in my life. The things that He has taken me through, landing here in Canada as an immigrant, and looking back at where I was to where I am now. You know, sometimes as humans, we tend to compare our success and compare our journey with other people without even sitting to reflect on our own success, on our own definition of success, and the things that we have accomplished, and show some gratitude, show some thanksgiving of all that God has done for us. Now, in today's video, I just want to share with you my experience on where I was December 2011 to where I am now, December 2022, and hoping that my stories and this journey being transparent will help you on your journey creating your own success story, sharing some light, giving you some hope and faith for your future. Stay tuned. I'll create a happier, healthier, abundant life in faith, starting from the bottom and you're making your way up to the top. Now, on today's video, I'll be sharing with you comparing moving to Canada 2011, what I've been through, to now the present 2022, what I've overcome. 2011, 2022, right? But before we begin, if you're new to me, you don't know my story, I'll share a video here where you can watch to learn more, to see more of what this video is about. I also did a video of some of my worst experiences in Canada. And although I might be talking about some of them, but I'm sure there is something else you will discover here. You can go watch it, go see it, and come back to this one. Without further ado, let's get right in. Oh, but first, hit the subscription button, please. Like the video, please. Share with a friend who you know will benefit. Okay, let's go. My story begins in 2011 of April. 11 of April, I made a bold move, migrating from Jamaica to Canada here, starting from the bottom to the top, 4 suitcases and my daughter. We've never traveled to Canada before. We knew nothing about Canada, but we knew we were starting life all over again. With boldness and with courage, we made the move. And here we are now, 2011. Now, I must say 2011 was my worst year ever. This was a period of surviving, getting used to the new cultures and new norms and new values and so much more. Now, I'll be breaking down, comparing at least 7 or 8 points of then and now, right? So let's get into it. Number 1, my independence. I lost my independence. In Jamaica, I lived by myself. Well, I was fully independent after nursing school. I started nursing school at age 17, completed at age 21. And since then, I've been living, pushing my one key. I decided I wasn't going back to my parents. I'm going to do this. I love my freedom. And on this brand, you will see freedom, faith, finance. Those are my F words. So being a lover of all things freedom, all things independence, I love my independence. And when I moved here, I lost that. I had to, because I was staying with a friend, a coworker of mine. She had been through the program herself and she invited me to live with her. So living in another house with another family, though it was good, I'm very grateful for the opportunity, but just for me, I felt that I had lost my independence of being totally reliable on someone for accommodation. So that was 2011. Right now, I'm happy to say I'm happy in my own space, in our home, and in our own space. We could be able to buy, so this is our second home. So then and now, living peacefully, comfortable, full independence, homeowner. That's one. Number two, transport. I had my driver's license in Jamaica. I had my vehicle in Jamaica. Then when I moved here, I lost that. I was totally dependent on public transport, which was a very hard, tough, rough transition. Me wanna take bus for years. When I came here, me have to try run down bus and drop. And in my one of my videos, I mentioned that things they don't tell you about Canada. You'll find that video here. If nobody never tell you yet, please don't run down the bus. Don't run down the bus, because another one will come and you're going to embarrass yourself. So getting used to the transport system, running, drop off a bus, because try to run and catch a bus and the bus gone, the embarrassment. Now I must say I have my car, comfortable driving, fully independent, don't have to depend on public transport. So that is number two. Number three, the climate change. Man, well, I'm not going to say right now I'm fully comfortable with the climate change, but I'm more prepared with each winter season mentally, because that is a mental preparation along with physical, getting the right clothing and all that stuff, but it's also a mental work. Back then, I had to depend on public transportation in the winter time, different season, rain, snow, snowstorm, everything else. And right now, having my own vehicle, having not to be totally dependent on public transport, I'm in a more comfortable state of mind, right? Number four, I was single. I came to Canada as a single woman, as a single parent. And I did a video also discussing the struggles of a single woman in Canada, a single mom in Canada. It was rough. Having to finance yourself, having no partner to support you in decision making, sharing experiences, laughing, friendship, love, relationship, all of that. It was somewhat a lonely road. But now, 2011, I can say I'm happily married to my soulmate partner for the past 4 years. We celebrated our 4th year anniversary this year, 2022. Happy content. The other point is I had no license. I was not a nurse under the Canadian jurisdiction. Moving from Jamaica, working as a nurse, licensed for 7 years, came here, lost everything. I was like a nobody. I had to go back and did the RN, the registered nurse exam, to gain my license. So back then, 2011, no nursing license. I was just another body, not a person, living in Canada, but I was not considered a registered nurse. Here I am today, 2022, with not only a registered nurse license, but I'm also a licensed real estate sales representative. Yes, I just up leveled to and added another career to my nursing career of over 17 going on to 18 years, and completed this program at the Humber College, completing the real estate salesperson. So now I am a licensed real estate sales representative with Shakur Brokerage. I was also licensed as a mortgage agent, but I didn't renew my license this year. But also, that would have considered like 3 licenses. So when it comes to qualifications, that would be the next thing to consider. Not being qualified to work with a license in 2011, and here I am in 2022 with not one but 2 licenses to practice as a nurse or as a real estate sales representative. But God. Now, now I'll go on to the other point of coming to Canada, sitting down for like 6 months without a job. Without a job. 2011, I was without a job. I started a survival job working as a PSW. I think it was in December or November. I think it was November. I was employed as a PSW. Here I am now, 2022, with multiple streams of income. But God, not only am I a registered nurse, a real estate sales representative with Shaco Brokerage, I'm also a certified life coach. My husband has his job, and with his job, he is a mortgage agent, certified mortgage agent also. And I've learned to monetize all my gifts, all my skills, and all my talents, different income streams, where I authored my book, What to Expect When Moving to Canada. Oh, I forget to add that too. I'm an author. Yes, that qualifies too as another profession, I would say. So there we have multiple income streams coming all in. But God, you can do it too. I'm sharing this, my story, being transparent. I give my business, up in my business, just to show you that there is better days will come. So if you're there right now and you're really struggling as a new immigrant, a newcomer to Canada, and you're wondering is it really possible to survive? Is it really possible to thrive, starting a life all over again? It is possible. I did it, and so can you. You can do it too. You can do it too. Just have the faith, have the courage to say, you know what? I am going to create a happier, healthier, abundant life in faith. You're going to do it. You can do it. Okay, let's continue. The other factor is, at the end of 2011, being a single parent, trying to set the foundation and all that, I did not have my daughter in this period of December, in the festive Christmas season. With sadness, I had to make the decision to send her back to Jamaica while I stayed back to create the foundation, getting the apartment, getting job, furnishing the apartment, and all that stuff. And now I have not one but 2 children here in our home in 2022 at this time. Yes, to God be the glory. All things he has done. So that's the other factor to consider. And you know what comes with all the adjustments, the getting used to, the transport, and everything else that I had to deal with? I was mentally frustrated. I was overwhelmed. I think I had a little depression, just mild depression. But what kept me going was my firm support system. I spoke with my mom every day. Siblings, I had the support of siblings. I had the support of friends. I had a friend, I would talk to her so regularly. She would push me, she would motivate me, and she would keep me going. So this was what kept me going, right? So I was mentally frustrated in 2011. Right now, I'm so at ease. I'm so happy. I'm so content because I feel so blessed with all these accomplishments. So no longer am I frustrated, trying to get used to the transport system, the bus system, the weather, and just everything just boom, 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 throwing at me. Now it's a state of contentment. A state where right now I've decided to start this YouTube channel to share with you my journeys, my stories, because now I'm in a better place, better mindset where I can think, where I can share what I've overcome, what I've been through, where I'm going. And one last thing before we get to the last point of what a really, really sad thing that happened throughout this time in December. I just want you to comment, where are you now in your journey and how are you doing? Share one thing that you have accomplished so far. If you have not accomplished anything as yet, you're brand new, share one goal that you're working on currently to accomplish. Whether it's getting your apartment, getting your car, your license, just getting something. Just drop it in the comments what you're currently working on. What is your next goal? Okay? So, finally, one last thing I want to share with you, the fact that I was thrown out. I was dashed out. I was staying with somebody, with this lady, a family friend of mine, recommended this lady for me to live with until I was given the keys to my apartment that I rented. So I was just waiting temporary. So this was a short temporary thing. It was at December, so I was supposed to get the keys the first day of January 1st, 2012. And it so happened that the week of Christmas, staying with this lady, my only support I had was my long distance relationships with my family, my siblings, and my friends back home in Jamaica. On the phone, this lady take it personal. She said me I disturb her in her own house on my phone, and she get out on me. And with the mental frustration and everything else that was going on, I lost it. I'm gonna answer, but before me keep on my mouth and just go on, grunt and go through and just no answer. Me answer. And the answer I'm gonna answer lead me to get out of my place. Right, woman, Russian woman, she dashed me out. The only thing I had at the time was one ear mattress and a bag with my belongings. And the woman dashed out everything out of the hallway, out of the apartment. So, to God be the glory, I have a roof up above me. I have shoes on my feet. I am not out in the streets wondering where am I going to rest my head. I did not end up sleeping on the streets or in a shelter. Rather, I was placed in a group home with other residents who were mentally challenged people living there. So that was my rescue for a few days until I got my apartment. So I'm just sharing with you some trials, some setbacks, and all these things that might happen along the journey. But the biggest takeaway I want you to have from this video is that God has a plan and a purpose for your life. And He will send you the right resources, the right people, and the right things you need at the right timing. Have faith. Have hope. Grace will sustain you. I know it is not easy. This process is definitely not easy, but you're not the first one, and you're not the only one. You will thrive. Your season is coming. Work on one goal at a time. Now follow the drones them. Now follow them. Now follow the people them who there for years. Now follow them. Put on your blinders. Go in at your speed, in your direction. You know what you want, what you're going for, and why you're here. With that said, I thank you so much for sticking around to the end of this video. Please drop a comment. Let me know that you see. Let me know that you are here, and share with someone who you know might be in a tough season right now, who just feel like throwing out the towel and pack up and go back home. share it with them. They'll benefit from this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the bell. Stay tuned for my next video to come. Bye.